I'm Black Dragon, and welcome to Black Dragon Biker News Network. Biker news you can trust. And as always, I'd like to thank you all for tuning in from wherever it is in the world that you happen to be. We absolutely appreciate you guys being here. If this is your first time tuning in to Black Dragon Biker News. We do Biker News daily. Most of the time, we're putting out content twice a day. So like, share, and subscribe. We absolutely appreciate you coming along for the ride. Man, oh man, we had a great Sunday night last night. We had Big Sell on the Black Dragon Roundtable. So make sure to go check that out. You can make sure to get us on the podcast. Wherever you get your podcast from, we could be found at The Dragon's Lair, Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, The Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos. So you can join us there and listen to us while you're riding down the highway or something like that. And, you know, that would be kind of cool. Like, share, and subscribe, man, and have a good time with us. I almost made it on time this morning. I tried. So we're going to get that together where we come on at 10 o'clock in the morning. Exactly. Man, I was so close this morning. So we're going to get it done. I want to be on at 10 o'clock in the morning. I actually really want to change my time till 9 Eastern. But for right now, we're 10 a.m. Or actually, it's mostly closer to 10:20, but we're trying, man. We're trying. Today's story. So like I said, the way we do stories now is we get right into the story immediately so that the folks that just came by for the story can see today's story. And then we will move into the discussion in the second half. So good morning, Goose and Knuckles and Bolo and SSW, all my good friends, Hellfighter Steve. It's good to see all you guys this morning. Zach DeVries from Windsor, Ontario. It's like my first time seeing you. How you doing, man? Fireball, Kevin Fitz, Trevor Drake, submarine guy. Got 2 submariners on here this morning. Good to see all y'all. And also to the silent majority, the people that are on here are the people that are on here are that never speak. These are my silent majority people. And although we don't hear from you guys, we're so happy to have you watching. So thank you. Okay, so the first, the story of the day happened in Vancouver. Here we are. Biker clubs linked to Hells Angels popping up across British Columbia, police say. And police in British Columbia, that's up there in Canada somewhere, are concerned that outlaw motorcycle clubs, that the outlaw motorcycle club Hells Angels is extending its criminal reach in the province. So here's another one of those things where all biker clubs start to fall under a very hazy, nasty, ugly umbrella. And I'm going to explain to you how and why when we get towards the second half of the show. So this is interesting as a development because it's going on in a lot of places. This is a story about motorcycle clubs in British Columbia, but this story can be mirrored here in the United States, especially like down in Texas. So let's talk about it. First, we'll read the story. This is reported in the Vancouver Sun. And for my listening audience, you got a couple British Columbia Hells Angels arm in arm walking down the street under this expansive heading that biker clubs linked to the Hells Angels are popping up across British Columbia. And British Columbia is concerned about this. In the caption underneath the two Hells Angels hugging and walking down the street or heading somewhere, so-called support or puppet motorcycle clubs. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? SHIT? Puppet motorcycle clubs? I don't think no motorcycle club out there wants to be called a puppet club, but so-called support or puppet motorcycle clubs are forming across British Columbia, expanding the reach of the Hells Angels, police say. Wow, that's big. New motorcycle clubs linked to the notorious Hells Angels are sprouting up around the province, alarming police who think, oh man, we went 2 paragraphs before we hit that word. Alarming police who think the older gang is expanding its reach. I thought we were actually going to have an article where they didn't say that. Staff Sergeant Lindsay Houghton of the Anti-Gang Combined Forces Special Enforcement Unit says there are now about 30 of the support or puppet clubs in British Columbia compared to 10 chapters of the Hells Angels. So now they want to make it look like the Hells Angels are now 40 chapters big because they now have 30 puppet clubs. There's been 4 or 5 new ones pop up, but it's using all the hateful words. Pop up, puppet, gang. There's been 4 or 5 new ones pop up in the lower mainland in the last year, he said. The farm team system for the Hells Angels is very active, alive, and well. He said the HAs. Just using all the good terms. The farm team system, as you might imagine, is a reference to like baseball teams that have a minor league. And the minor league is where they farm new talent from. They send you over to the minors to play and everything because you're not quite good enough for the majors yet. So support, pop-up, puppet, and then farm team. So they're setting the stage here real well. Among these new clubs, new groups, they say, is the Smoke Show, an all-women's riding club, the Commandos, and another called the Crushers with a Z. So you gotta think about some of this stuff. So you're telling me that the Hells Angels are using a female support club, a riding club of women to enlarge their enterprise. Then you're telling me you don't really understand biker club culture, but it really does, especially 1% culture, but it really does read well. They got the Smoke Show, an all women's riding club, an RC. They're spreading their nation of puppets with an RC, a female RC. Well, that's interesting. I don't know how they're doing it up in Canada, but it sounds kind of fishy to me. Houghton said 6 of the approximately 30 support clubs are self-identified one percenters. So they wear the little 1% diamond on their leather vest. That means they identify as outlaw motorcycle clubs, he said, of the expression that dates back to the formation of the Hells Angels in 1948. Well, he's actually one person that damn near got that right. Uh, the formation of it. Everybody else comes out with this other statement that we just had a test on, right? After more than 2 years of COVID restrictions, Hells Angels and their supporters are hosting large rides and other events that had been canceled throughout the pandemic. That has allowed police to gather intelligence on how the biker landscape has changed. Many of the new puppet clubs are showing up at Hells Angels events, Houghton said. The concern are these clubs proliferate, or as these clubs proliferate, the concern is that the people in these clubs will continually confirm their dedication and their loyalty and their subservience to the Hells Angels, Houghton said. So they've got some colors of a couple clubs, and a club called the Shadow Club, Whaley, I guess that is, and then the Commandos RC, and underneath that is a statement caption: Patch of the Shadow Club, a Whaley-based Hells Angels BC puppet club, with Commandos RC patch right. Man, they are just some incendiary things they're saying. He said he said, and we're going back up to what he said, Houghton. He said the Hells Angels, subject to continuing criminal cases and a variety of charges, including conspiracy to kill and cocaine importation, find the puppet clubs useful. Often in the support clubs, these are people who some consider, quote unquote, regular people with regular jobs. Some people consider a riding club regular people with regular jobs. I think that all motorcycle clubs consider riding clubs regular people with regular jobs, don't you? But here he says, I think that some people consider these puppet clubs regular people with regular jobs. Very interesting. In that way, moving a RC up to the same level of suspicion and all these sorts of things as they would put them on the same level as the Hells Angels, making all clubs the same. That's going to be interesting as you watch this progress. Often in support clubs, these are people who some consider, quote unquote, regular people with regular jobs, he said. They work in various industries. Now, this is where it gets devious, my friends. Because you belong in a support club, you really, your purpose for the British Columbia Hells Angels is to work in various industries like the government, local administration, where he says they may have access to information. The Hells Angels and other outlaw motorcycle gangs, they say OMGs, but the person got it a little wrong because they say OMGs. OMG stands for Outlaw Motorcycle Gang, but they say Outlaw Motorcycle Clubs. So the Hells Angels and other OMGs, Outlaw Motorcycle Clubs, they say, look for these people in these groups to be able to infiltrate and exploit. And the concern for us always is access to information, risk to public safety, and risk to privacy. Then they show a couple of other RCs. Crushers with a Z, RC. Sinful Kings, RC. So it says under here, Sinful Kings Puppet Club patch. So now your RC is called a puppet club. And on the left, and Crusher's RC patch right. Um, these are two what they call puppet clubs. But what we call them riding clubs, RCs, that notoriously have nothing to do with anything, you know. And I'm going to talk about this for a minute, in a minute. So he cited a United Nations gang associate who got a contact in ICBC to look up addresses of people at the Justice Institute of British Columbia, then launched a series of attacks on their homes a decade ago. He eventually was caught and pleaded guilty. Post Media reached out to Hells Angels British Columbia spokesman Rick Carinello about the support clubs. He didn't respond. Last week, Houghton said that the Throttle Lockers Puppet Club, which had tried to expand to Kamloops, was basically defunct after a major CFSEU drug investigation that resulted in charges against two of its former members and an associate. Other puppet clubs have also been targeted in the criminal investigations. Devil's Army President Richard Alexander is facing a first-degree murder charge in the 2016 Vancouver Island slaying of John Dylan Brown. His trial is scheduled for February 2023. The Instagram account of a Crushers member promoted a fundraising campaign for Alexander's legal fees. So, you can't even raise funds for a friend that's been accused of a crime. That makes you a puppet club. You got the Silverback Gorillas RC in another picture, Sinister RC in another picture. Silverback Gorillas RC patch on the left, Sinister's RC patch on the right. Patches for so-called support motorcycle clubs who police say are forming across BC, expanding the reach of the Hells Angels. Brad Stephen, a retired Vancouver police biker specialist. Is he a police biker specialist or police who specializes in bikers? Interesting. Anyway, he said puppet clubs were not common in British Columbia until the past decade, due to the fact that they're kind of a conduit into the Hells Angels, and there's some vulnerabilities there. I think the perception from the Hells Angels has been that it's an easier way to be infiltrated by the police or some nefarious other players in the underworld. In recent years, however, the upside for the bikers has outweighed the risk. Stevens said the Hells Angels used the support clubs to evaluate potential members who could be promoted into the Hells Angels. They can observe their street cred, they can observe their toughness, they can observe their ability to make money, and it's really a recruitment process, he said. There's a hierarchy within the puppet clubs, which must get permission from the Hells Angels to start with a one-piece patch on their vests, and then later a two-piece and eventually a three-piece patch, like the one the full patch Hells Angels members wear, Stevens said. And then the very top tier is the three-piece patch with an MC and a one percenter, Stevens said. That's the very top of puppet clubs. There's probably 4 or 5 of these top tier clubs in British Columbia. The puppet clubs try to ingratiate themselves with the Hells Angels. Some eventually want access to the bikers' criminal network, he said. They are super motivated and keen to assist at anniversary parties, at Hells Angels runs, with security, with traffic control. They'll provide bartender service, car service. They'll often be non-drinkers at the party, Stevens said. Basically, they're the lackeys of the club. Wow. Wow. Just wow. I need a drink. I ain't never read so much bullshit in my whole life. They mix enough stuff in there that you don't know what the hell's going on. That's crazy. So I can't speak definitively on the British Columbia. I don't live up there, but here are some of the issues. So if you're in a support club, you can see what's going on here. A target is starting to be painted on your back just as large as the target that is painted on the 1% club's back. And one of the problems that we have here in the United States, okay, so first of all, let me say that was the news story. So if you're here for the news story, you just got it. All right, so 2114, we're moving into the second phase of the show. And in the future, I'll have a commercial here. Yeah. And then that way, those people that need to move on can. So now we're in the talking phase where we're talking about what we just read. People who came for the story are already disgusted. They can have a good day now. But what we're seeing in America, in the United States of America, is that a lot of the 1% clubs are carving out territory in this way. You can't start your club unless you put on a support patch. So many clubs have come to me and say, what Black Dragon, what the hell do we do about this? And the reason they're white, is that Lady Ironhead? Oh my God. I hope you're doing well. And I hope Ironhead is doing well as well. It's good to see you. I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you guys are doing well. So if you're in an area that insists there's the Black Dragon, what do we do about this? Because this brush is being brushed across riding clubs. And riding clubs notoriously are full of people that don't want no heat. The smoke show female RC, so now they're going to pull these women over and take pictures of their tattoos and all this old stuff. DCL says the support club thing hasn't fully caught on our set, at least on the West Coast. I don't know how much they get down on the East Coast. Well, on the East Coast and here in the South, it's a big thing. It's a big thing. We're not taking any new clubs here unless you put on our support patch. And a lot of clubs they're realizing, well, I don't want to get painted with this brush. I'm a riding club, but they say I can't get any patches unless I become a support club. And to me, there's really two kinds of support clubs. There's a traditional support club that is the minor league or the brother club, a true brother club of the 1% club that they support. And then there are these kind of forced into support club folks that, hey, it was the only way we can get our club started. And there's various levels of those, but those are not what we would really consider traditional support clubs. And at least I don't consider them like traditional support clubs like you would think of. And then these guys are throwing 1% clubs in as support clubs. And really, for the most part, if you got a 1% diamond, you're the elite. You ain't no support club. You might be friends with those guys over there. Y'all might hang out a lot. But I haven't met what I would consider a diamond support club. Now, hey, I don't know everything. There may be some out there, but every diamond I've ever met, I wish you would call them a support club. In this story, they throw so many hodgepodges of things together. They now put a female RC up on the same level as a male traditional support club. The purpose of this is to get the public to just hate everybody in a patch, or be suspicious of everybody in a patch. Now we're going to put the riding clubs up on the same level. We're going to call them puppet clubs. And they're not breaking any laws or committing any crimes, but they're providing information. They're working for the government or the biker clubs. One guy 10 years ago provided addresses to people's homes. I mean, there are, girlfriends that work at the police department or anything. There's ways to get information, but this idea that you're in a riding club, and because you're in a riding club and your riding club was forced to put a support patch on. What, now the police are going to pull you over and look at your tattoos too? Well, we saw that. We saw that happen in Texas. And so the title of my story today is The Way Police Classify Support Clubs and How That Could Negatively Affect You. This is the reason that we don't do support patches. I don't give a damn what your situation is. I ain't putting that on. If I'm not a traditional support club, if I'm not going to be a true supporter, well, we got a nation. We'll support our own nation. I'm not putting that on. That's not going to work for me. But it never did. I mean, I was in the Navy, I had a top secret security clearance. I wasn't rolling like that. Here's where you got to understand what your lane is and how to stay in it. Well, we're not taking any new clubs in the area unless you put a support patch on. If you don't put a support patch on, you can't wear colors here, and if you try to, we'll hurt you. Oh no, we got to come up with something else. There's got to be some other kind of way that's going to work here, because I ain't wearing that. No how, no way. Because you see the shit it's causing. They're looking at us like you. They're taking our simple jobs and stuff we're doing and telling us that we're a conduit of information for you. It's crazy. And it's when I tell you that they're trying to do everything they can do to shut down this lifestyle. Not just for 1% bikers, but for us all. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to put us all into the same Cracker Barrel. Lump us all together, make us all look as bad as they can. So when they do stuff like Waco, and you saw them do that, I mean, they took all those support clubs, everybody with a patch. They arrested them all and put $1 million bail on them. But you got to have a nice job, a home. You can't just be working paycheck to paycheck and make $1 million bill. So while you were languishing in there on those BS charges, losing your job, your family, your reputation, your ability to support yourself, $1 million bill, first offense, never been charged with anything in your life. But here you are, part of a support club of those guys. And now we got you on $1 million bill. And you just sit there. And in the end, you were freed and not even charged. But what did some of those people lose? Mikey Savage, I don't drink sweet tea. I only drink unsweetened tea that Ragnar taught me how to drink so that I could control my diabetes. And it's gotten to the point that if I drink a sweet tea, I would get sick and throw up. It's just too much sugar. But anyway, so this is, I should do a commercial for unsweet tea. And if I make unsweet tea look good, I'm winning. Unsweet tea's winning. So, guys, this is serious. This is serious to our way of life. This is serious to our way of life. This is an indication to you as to how we are being portrayed. And I was looking at some stuff down in Texas. What the Texas Department of Public Safety and police departments and stuff like that say about support clubs. It's almost the same thing. Mike Savage says, note to self, if I ever run into you, I will have a gallon of the best unsweetened tea for you. Let me tell you something. It's really funny you would say that, Mike, because everybody that comes here to visit the Dragon's Lair, for some reason, brings a gallon or 2 or 3 of unsweet tea. And it's not anything I ever asked for. But when they come, they bring unsweet tea. It's funny to me. So, yeah, that would be cool. Cowboys 8 panel says they don't want anyone to have a life. Well, they don't want us to have this life. They don't want us to have this life. This biker life where we're enjoying our bikerism and doing our biker thing. They don't want us to have this life. Obviously. So, that's how it's important to know everything that's being asked of you when you come into this life. When you're trying to start your bike club up and someone says, well, you can start your club up if you put a support patch on. Understand everything that's going on because it's a lot. It's a lot. And you find yourself sitting in a courtroom talking about something silly because someone has a perception of you because what you were trying to do is ride a motorcycle and have fun. And somebody said you couldn't do that as a club, as a riding club. Used to be riding clubs were so far off the radar because nobody cared about riding clubs. But let me tell you what you riding clubs did to bring this on yourselves. Instead of being a riding club where everybody puts in their money and gets their little patch and their symbol and does their thing, you guys started taking on the trappings of an MC. You started wearing back patches and president's patches, and you started forming up like an RC and then like an MC, and then you started hanging out with MCs. Started going to their parties and their clubs, and you started coming in looking like MCs, set up like MCs, offices that MCs have, hanging out in the same places as MCs, and MCs said, oh, shoot, you ain't no RC. You're an MC. trying to skirt the rules, you put yourself in the path of them. Used to be like you will never see them tell the Gold Ring Riders of America, you can't fly that here. You gotta be a support. You'll never hear them tell them anything like that. There's thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of Gold Wing Riders of America, but they don't function like an MC. They don't. They function like an RC, and a real RC, a real RC, will never run into these problems. It's these hybrid RC MCs that run into these problems. Easy pluckings. 99% are said. Most clubs are no longer allowing support clubs in this time and age. I had close to 100 guys in my support club I put together for Red Rum MC, and they asked me to shut it down, so I did. Wow. That's a big club for a riding club. That's huge. 100 dudes, and Red Rum said, we don't need, it's too much. I can understand. As of July 30th, the Goldwing Club of America was shut down. No more Goldwing Club of America. I've never heard of the Goldwing Club of America. Wow. Maybe it's because, all of us Goldwing rider guys are old. I kind of put my Goldwing down. I still have it downstairs, but I haven't ridden it in forever. Not that I don't like it. It's my club brother started whining and complaining. No, you're a national president with a Goldwing. That we don't want to ride behind that. So I got the victory, and I haven't gotten back on the Goldwing, but I still have it though. Don't get it twisted. Good morning, Black Dragon and crew watching from Missouri. They are just jealous they can't have fun and live the way they want. Well, I'll say that, man. So anyway, this is what's going on. And the thing that I would say to you is you just have to understand what you're getting yourself into. Because it says it all right there in that article. And I can show you articles here in the United States that they're doing the same thing. They're trying to closely associate us and put us all together. Somebody said that's great terminology, hybrid RC. But that's what they are. But it's also happening to startup MCs as well. Startup MCs are being told, hey, yeah, you can't start here without becoming a support club. Goldwing Riders, GWRRA, is the Wing Riders Club. Lots of folks. Oh yeah, it's got so many folks. I've ridden with those guys before. There was a couple brand new Gold Wings at our annual. Oh man, I did not know that. I didn't go to the Wichita annual. I actually stayed here and worked, and I missed my brothers there. That was a lot of fun. Somebody said victory what? Guys, we got like I said, we got a big problem here with this. And the way they're lumping everything together, and we're all just one big happy family of outlaws here. And if we're not actually doing outlaw stuff, we're providing information to them from our jobs. Law enforcement claims to understand how the bike life works. Not all RC clubs are requested to support or demanded. It's like they're tarnishing all MC clubs with the same brush. Oh, absolutely. International Drag Race RC, International Drag RC League. There's an International Drag RC League? I wish I was still racing, and my racing days were very short. uh, RMC had too many problems with our support RC. Uh, yeah, it's hard to manage all those folks. Oh, remote car. I got it. Well, I didn't know. Remote control car racing league. Okay. I I was gonna say, don't be using our symbols, man. Our don't be using our RC thing, man. You need to call yourselves RCCs or something. Oh my goodness. Uh, so anyway, that's so what can I offer? It is it's tougher and tougher and tougher uh, to matriculate across the bike set. Uh, it's tougher because if you're trying to start a motorcycle club up these days, somebody's going to come to you from the 1% side, and there's going to be some sort of requirements that just honestly wasn't there when I was starting chapters across the country. Fortunately, bigger clubs, older clubs, we don't face what you guys are facing, you newer clubs and smaller clubs, um, and it's clubs that are established. They're not facing what you guys face. I just really do feel for you smaller clubs and newer clubs that are coming on right now. The best thing I can say is hold it down in the way that you can. You have to be very clear and precise about and concise about what you can do and what you can't do, what you will do and what you won't do, and what you will associate with and what you won't associate with. Your freedom could rely upon that. But this is something that uh, you're facing, and you have to navigate it well. You can see what the law enforcement side is trying to do, and you can see what the club sides are trying to do. A lot of people are vying for your participation or trying to stop you. There's a lot of people that are invested in you. The regular old, what this thing said, so-called so-called people that have regular jobs. There's a lot of people invested in controlling you, it would seem. Boy, just to be a regular old citizen with a regular old job, you wouldn't expect that you were so damned important. The concern as these clubs proliferate is that the people in these clubs will continually confirm their dedication and their loyalty and their subservience to the one percenter club that they are a support club to, basically, is what this is saying. So they say that they find the puppet clubs useful as they continue criminal cases and a variety of charges, including conspiracy to kill and cocaine importation. Often in the support clubs, these people, often in the support clubs, these are people who some consider, quote unquote, when they do quote unquote, like that's just like this real nasty little pessimistic thing. Often in support clubs, these are people who some consider, quote unquote, regular people with regular jobs. But the police ain't going to consider you a regular person with a regular job. They're going to consider you a information distribution system. to the 1%er club to which you support. He said they work in various industries. They work in government. They may have access to information. They say these outlaw motorcycle gangs look for these people in these groups to be able to infiltrate and exploit. And the concern for us always is access to information, risk to public safety, or risks to privacy. He cited a United Nations gang associate. He doesn't even call this person a motorcycle club person. He doesn't even call this person an RC. He goes back to some United Nations gang associate. What the hell has that to do with the rest of this article? Who got a contact in ICBC to look up addresses of people at the Justice Institute of British Columbia, then launched a series of attacks on their homes a decade ago. He eventually was caught and pleaded guilty. Crazy, this article. But it lets you know where their minds are and where they're going. It lets you know that if someone tells you, hey, yeah, man, we want you to join our support club, and in order to start up, but it's nothing to it, man. It's it's really just a formality. It's really nothing. We really don't want anything. You just got to wear this little patch. Think about that article up there before you give someone your answer. It can be the difference in you sitting in court and someone talking about adding a charge of moving in a way so that you help build a gang up, and they add that 15 years to a sentence or whatever. It can be crazy. Understand the full landscape in which you're playing is all I'm saying. All right. That's my time this morning. Do I have any questions? And let's see. Did we have another giveaway? Oh my goodness, I'd be sometimes so daft about these things. I think we did have a giveaway Friday, right? Did we? Help me out here. Let's see. Go to my email. Oh, yeah. Give me 1 second here. I need to, what I need is a secretary. I want one with, I all my secretaries in here have to, let's see. Got to go back to, okay, today's question. Did I have a question? I know I probably did. Did I write it down? Let me go back to last week. Okay, here we are. Last week. Oh, that's the Buffalo Soldiers one. I got to make sure I send you guys your actual book things. All right, let me just come back over here. Did I have a question, y'all, for Friday? Uh-oh, there's my stream is gone. There it is. Did I have a question? Help me out. Vernon said I'm not wearing Black Dragon secretary patch. Yeah, if you want to be my secretary, you have to, be in lingerie. That's what I want. My dream office has nothing but I want the Playboy Mansion kind of life in my office. I mean, if I, were in control of anything, I want it to be owned like a chicken bone in here. That's all I'm saying. It's about the 10th Regiment. No, that was a couple days ago. Aunt Squirrely says she wants a bus ticket to come visit me. No, I'm flying you out here, Aunt Squirrely. No bus ticket. I'm not wearing the Black Dragons secretary patch. I don't know why not. The Dragonettes. Actually, I'd say I can't even say the word that I would call mine. It's just so sexist. I can't be a sexist anymore. That's leaving. That's like going. I mean, all the little stuff we used to think was funny is gone. No, someone said it was, what was the 10th Regiment called? No, that was the day before. Did we have one for like Friday? I have a question. If one wanted to start an RC, is it still prudent to check with the dominant local MC? Oh yeah, it absolutely is prudent. You better. Unless you're going to start an RC that didn't have a back patch. In British Columbia, they call them side patches, but they're patches they wear in their chest. The one about Ruby Ridge with the woman holding the baby. Was that the last question? Okay, and we did have some people answer that too. Okay, yeah, so I got to go to Friday. I was at Saturday. Yesterday. That's Saturday. I got to go to Friday. Okay, Friday. Here we go. Friday. Man, I can't believe I get this many. Okay, maybe it was because on Friday. Okay, so Thad Allen, Rob Benjamin, those two won on Friday with the Buffalo Soldiers. Okay, so maybe that was it, the Buffalo Soldiers. So my question was, what was was that really Friday? So my question was the cavalry units, what were they called? So we had two cavalry units, the 10th and the 24th, and then we had two infantry units. And the question was, what was their nickname? And the answer was Buffalo Soldiers. So Rob Benjamin won and Thad Allen won the Buffalo Soldiers. Did I have anyone else? Yeah, that's it. Okay, that's who won that. I found it. So I will be sending you guys your links to your free books today. Here in a few minutes, you guys will get your free links to the my new audio book, the Prospects Bible, which is an old book, but the audio book is new. So that was it. Thank you, Gerard Madison, and all you guys for answering. Gio the Great says he'll wear my secretary patch, but no getting fresh with him. Ann Squirrely says she still likes riding the bus. Planning to roll into the Atlanta on Labor Day weekend. Would like to roll by the Dragon's Lair? If I'm in town, absolutely come by and see me. Absolutely. I'm just checking to see if I have lost, if I'm making sure everything. Just brought your book on Amazon a couple days ago. Looking forward to reading it. Which one did you buy? And thank you for buying my book. I really appreciate that. Sharky Stunts asked, if a support club dissolves, do they have to report to the club they support? If you belong to a 1%er club as a support club and you dissolve, you absolutely should let those guys know, especially if you expect to be running around on the bike set. Oh, that's right, Terry Townsend. Send me an email because you were in jail, but I did get your message. You did get the answer to me. So send me an email at blackdragon at Black Sabbath MC, Terry Townsend, and we'll get you a book as well. Because I did get that message from you, and I did not know how to get back to you to tell you, yes, you want to. So it's down in the bottom, my email address, blackdragon at blacksabbathmc.com. Terry, you get your books. Are your books on Audible? Colin, one of my books is on Audible, and that is, I just finished it about 2 weeks ago. It's called Prospects Bible, and I'm working on the President's Bible now. It'll be on Audible, hopefully later this month or early next month, and all of my books will be on Audible soon. And then after I do that, then I'm going to try to do everybody's book that's written a book out there. I'm going to call every biker book up there and say, let me do your audiobook. I have so much fun when I do them. All right. That is good for today. I think we got everything answered. Everybody's stuff answered. That's good for today. I think we're cool. So we need a new question for tomorrow. For our book giveaway for tomorrow. Black Dragon, you just spoke about the SC set the other day. You should have seen those ladies from the solo SC in Wichita. They showed up and showed out. Oh, wow. That's really cool. You guys know my newest book coming out is the Social Club Bible. So that's that book should be out in just a few weeks. So that's cool. Go ahead and send it to me, SSW. I need a question for. I need a question. What's the oldest 99%er club to date? Well, the oldest 99%er club would be the oldest motorcycle club. Right? Because 1%er clubs didn't exist for almost 100 years. So that question really is, what is the oldest motorcycle club? And if I ask that question, you guys are going to most assuredly get it wrong. But I will ask, what is the oldest motorcycle club? What's the oldest motorcycle club in the world? Yeah, I'll ask that. What's the oldest motorcycle club in the world? And that'll be tomorrow's question of the day. What is the oldest motorcycle club in the world? And that's going to be interesting to see that one answered. And no, it's not the Booze Fighters. So, yeah, I like that. Thank you. And don't be throwing stuff out there because y'all don't know. Wow, I like that. That's a good question. So, what's the oldest motorcycle club in the world? All right, that's for tomorrow. You guys that won your books, I will be sending you an email on how to get your book. The Prospects Bible now on Audible. You can get it there. Let me show it to you guys. Prospects Bible. There it is. I'm just so excited to show this book. We got 10 ratings. Wow, we got another rating this week. 10 ratings, and they're all I got a 5.0 in ratings. Is that cool? That's the highest you can get. Now, one of those people gave me a 1 4.0. That hurt. That hurt. For performance, one person gave me 4 stars instead of 5. But this is subjective. I mean, they still rate it as a 5, but it's not just a perfect, like, judges score 10, 10, 10, 9, 8. 9, 8. I had all 10s. But anyway, I got overall is 5. Performance is 5. The story is 5. Oh wow! And so this person wrote something. When you do a rating, you can do what's called a global rating and just give me the stars, or you can speak. So of the 10 ratings I have now, only 1, 2, 3, 4 people have actually spoken. So this person said, "If only I found this sooner." I this guy named Big Country. Thank you, Big Country. Yeah. He says, if only I had found this sooner. This is well written, lots of knowledge and information. I only wish I knew about this when I prospected and was looking for a club. However, I will be putting this to the club for making it a mandatory read for newbies and others. Great job, Black Dragon. Looking forward to the rest of your books. And then this person said, I haven't seen this one either. Please do more books on Audible. Great for us truck drivers. Oh, I did see this. Watch drinking too much sweet tea. It will give you kidney stones, and that crap hurts, says Chris Wade. Chris, I don't drink sweet tea. I only drink unsweetened tea, as nasty as that sounds. This one lady here, or one person, Jesse O'Brien, I got it. The person, Jesse O'Brien, has I think he got a brain injury in the war, and so had a hard time reading. And so I got a request from his college because he chose my book to do a college story, a college paper on, which I was so thankful. Like, wow, people are doing college papers on my book for his reading and writing class. And they requested a audio version of the book, which, as you guys know, did not exist. And they requested this about 2 weeks before I finished it. And it just so happened I was doing it. And he says, hearing this book in Black Dragon's voice was so awesome. I don't even know where to start. I picked this book as my choice for reading and writing class. I couldn't get it in audio in any form. Within 2 weeks of my college requesting it from the publisher, it showed up randomly on Audible. And I'm so grateful. I have a brain injury and it's just flat hard to read sometimes. So I get books in the alternative format. Take care and God bless. So we were, God does things, when things have to be done. I had no idea that Jesse O'Brien was taking a class at the time and needed this book as an audiobook. And that's about the time when God put it on my mind to make it happen. I had all this equipment here that I bought specifically to make the audiobook. And I spent thousands of dollars on this stuff. And if you guys have seen pictures of my room in here, all the walls are treated with sound isolating material. That SHIT costs thousands of dollars for all that stuff. And the green screens and all that. And we set this place up to be an audio platform by which we could make our audiobooks. And it's been here for 2 years. And I never made the audiobook because I just did not want to take the time to learn audio, to learn how to do audio. It's a big, steep learning curve. And then finally, I just said, okay, I got all this equipment I paid for. Let me go ahead and learn the audiobook curve. So I had to learn the programs. Like there's 2 programs I use. One is called, Audacity, which is the free program. And And then I learned Adobe Audition, which is the Adobe one that I pay for. And both of these programs I've used, and I bought these microphones and all this stuff, and we got the book out, and we got it out in time to save Jesse O'Brien's academic career, he says. But it's just like God works in mysterious ways. And then finally, Sonia Pacheco, who was my first reviewer, said it was an excellent book, and she gave me 5 stars. She said, my only critique is in the beginning of the audiobook, I personally heard almost like a static in the background. And that's because they require you to put 1 second or 5 seconds, between 1 and 5 seconds of room tone on the front of every chapter. And this room tone, they say, is so that they can adjust for the sound going across any of the platforms. And my room was a little loud. So you get like, when you first start, you get this room tone. It's just silence, but it's not silent. They won't let you have 0. They require it to be room tone. And my room was a little loud. So in the first couple of chapters, right before it comes on, it's like a shh, and then my voice comes up and it goes and it's gone. So I figured out how to get rid of that later and didn't realize I didn't take it from the first chapters. So, but it's not underlying. It's just that 1 second of room tone in the beginning when I'm not saying anything. We'll do that question, Pablo. We will do that question too. All right. That's it, folks. I thank you. We're going to see you tomorrow. Like, share, and subscribe if you will. I would appreciate it if you hit that like, share, and subscribe button. If you share, it helps more people see us, which helps the channel. If you like, make sure to hit the notification bells. You can get Black Dragon Biker TV on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, LinkedIn, Twitch, and here on YouTube. My books, Prospects Bible, Sergeant at Arms Bible, President's Bible, Public Relations Officer's Bible, and Prospects Bible for Women's Motorcycle Clubs are all available on Amazon and Kindle. Now as well on Audible, or you can get your autographed book at blackdragonsgear.com. And I also have hardcover books for Sergeant at Arms, President's Bible, and the Prospects Bible. Those are also hardcovers if you want to have them forever or whatever. Join our podcast daily, The Dragon's Lair, L-A-I-R, The Dragon's Lair, Motorcycle Chaos, wherever you get your podcast. Please join us on our Discord server. The link to the Discord server is in the description box below, and you'll have a lot of fun joining our Discord family. My email address is blackdragon@blacksabbathmc.com. And make sure to join me on Instagram and TikTok. And oh, by the way, on the TikTok platform, we went over 60,000 last week. So we are now at 60,500. Wow! With 405,000 likes. So that is really, really amazing. Thank you guys for that. Peace, blessings, respect you, Black Dragon. Once you understand the basics of audio engineering, you can pretty much use all other recording software and tools. Yeah. But I don't know if I can use Garage Door, or what is it called? Garage something. That's the real one. That's the real one. So I use Audacity, which was the free one, and I'm using Audition now, and there is so much to these recording platforms, but it's just like, the they all pretty much have kind of the same stuff to them, just in different kind of capacities. For instance, this is Adobe Premiere, and this is how we create. This is the platform we use to create videos that you guys see, that we use. It is this is how we do it. Uh, all this stuff is and so then if you look at something else, like these are all the various programs. I tell you, you got to have a computer that is bad to the bone to run all this stuff, especially all the stuff I'm running right now. So this is Adobe Audition, and this is the program that we use to make the audiobooks and multi-track books and all this kind of stuff. There's just so much to this, man. And I did not want to learn this stuff. Look, I'm almost out of drive space. I did not want to learn all this stuff. I did not want. That's why I sat for 2 years. I did not want to learn how to use this stuff. And this is the free one that I use. So just so you guys know, all this stuff is money. Every one of these programs, with the exception of this one, this is all money. It costs money every month. It's not even like you can buy the stuff anymore. They make you pay a monthly fee. But if people say, "Oh, you're a culture vulture. You're exploiting our culture, living off of us, bro," this stuff costs so much money, bro. That that's just the way that it is. Let me open up one of these. So this is learning these programs, man, and then and how to manipulate this stuff, and just even learning. Like, for instance, to move back and forth across this, I had to go on the internet and learn that there's an actual slider down here. Here's the slider. I mean, you would think it would be up here somewhere or whatever. The damn slider's down here. Just to learn how to move this stuff was a pain in the rump. But this is, and then you can. There's just so much that you got to know about this software: how to record, how to punch and roll, how to select stuff out, and man, you can filter this all the way down to frequencies, and there's just a lot effects, just a lot. And then every one of these programs does this. They all do it. Black Dragon said goodbye 20 minutes ago. He loves us people, though he can't leave us easy. Yeah, I did say goodbye 20 minutes ago. But y'all get me to talking, and I just be wanting to show off my little stuff. Then this here is OBS, the broadcasting system that that we use to broadcast to you guys and tell you what's going on. This is the one system that I'm using right now. On top of this here is the podcast that's going out. So all these systems are running at the same time, with Adobe Premiere in the background. So you guys, can you imagine how badass the computer is I'm on right now? And then on top of that all, we're running the Elgato Stream Deck. And this Stream Deck is, this is the digital interface for this box right here. This is the actual box that's right there. But the box is controlled by this digital interface. And this is how you set it all up here. And then when I go to commercial or whatever, I hit, like, this is the commercial for the book, get the book. And this is commercial for the other book. And these are all this is my clarity.fm commercial. And then when I leave out and you see that Black Dragon guy spinning the hat, that's that guy. These are all these commercials. The first scene that you guys see is right here. That's the first scene. This is the new beginning with the music. This is that black dragon spinning thing, dun dun dun, with the dragon spinning and breathing fire. Each one of those things uh, really is listed here in my OBS loop. But to hunt this down while I'm trying to talk to you to figure out what to use on the OBS loop, instead of that, they created for a lot of money this what they call a stream deck. And so now instead of having to hunt it out, all I got to do is press a damn button, right? And then you guys get a commercial. So that's just one. We got we got a lot of these things in here that we use, and then we got the main board here, and just on and on. So these are all the programs that we use. Like I have one for my clapping, yeah, and that's on a little pad. On all this stuff, and every one of those damn things took a learning curve. Like you're not going to do a podcast unless you learn sound engineering to some level to be able to podcast and all this sort of stuff. And every one of these, when you first get them, is a blank looking ass board. And you're like, well, how on earth do you use that? Like this is not populated with all this stuff. When you first get it, it's blank as hell. And all these buttons that are telling you everything that's going on and all this stuff. You don't know what the hell any of this is used for. And you got to understand that I started all this stuff here. This whole Black Dragon Biker TV started with a cell phone and an earplug and a selfie stick. And I would just walk through the forest and talk like this with a selfie stick. And that morphed into an entire studio with green screens and all this stuff to bring you a free show. And we can do anything here. We can change the backgrounds as we're going. I can have a nighttime studio. Then I can have a daytime studio and just all kind of stuff, man. Or no studio at all. Or we can have a library, all this stuff. Yeah. And there's even more. Big Cell got a whole brand new board that I'm getting, that same board, $800. I'm getting that board probably in a week or so. And hey, man, that's what it takes. That's what it takes to entertain you. Are you not entertained? And so for a 59-year-old, that you kids, like you sleep this. Oh, yeah, let's bring on the such and such interface. For a 59-year-old, that's pretty tough. Yes, ma'am. So I just want to wish Papa Renegade a happy belated birthday. You didn't think I knew? I have moderators, man. I have moderators. And congratulations, Papa Renegade, on your new grandson, man. That's really cool. Oh, grandbaby. We don't know what it is. So congratulations on your grandbaby, man. Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So congratulations, man. That's really cool. So that's all this. That's what it takes, man. That's what it takes to do this for you guys, and it's a lot of fun. So when you guys support the channel and send me money and buy my books and all that kind of stuff, we put that back into you. Um, we put that back into the show, and that's what it takes. The software and the hardware and all these platforms and stuff, and just having the Dragon's Lair. Anybody that's been the Dragon's Lair, uh, on top of the Dragon's Lair is the Dragon's Nest. The Dragon's Nest is where this is my broadcasting studio. The bottom is the Dragon's Lair, my clubhouse. And what I really got it for was to be a clubhouse studio, so that when I invited people here to talk, we would talk in an app. In my studio would be like a clubhouse atmosphere with motorcycles in the background, and a garage where you had lifts and stuff, and it would look like a motorcycle club on my studio set. But of course, I never really had anybody here because of COVID. And so for 2 years, the Dragon's Lair has really been, except for a party or two and people dropping by from time to time, it's been pretty empty. But now that we're on the backside of COVID, I think we're going to do in the Dragon's Lair, I think we're going to start doing Wednesday night, education night here in Atlanta for anybody that's going to come through, or for all the clubs in Atlanta. On a Wednesday night, we're just going to have folks come in, and it'll be our bike night, but in the beginning of it will be like a seminar where we'll have guest speakers, and we'll be talking about MC protocol and how to grow your motorcycle club and how to get a 501c and all that kind of stuff. And it's going to be like a learning university, if you will, for biker clubs, and it's going to all be like free. I think that's what we're going to shoot for. I hope it's going to be free. It might not be, but I'm hoping that it will be. So that'll be cool, right? That's what we got planned. Okay, that's it. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I'm not taking anything away from Mr. Vaughn. I'm just saying it was with the help of many people. Spielberg is the director, but he has 200 people working on the film. What are we talking about? So we can have that tomorrow. I can see where this is going. I don't want to start this set right now. But we can absolutely talk about that tomorrow. Yeah, that's what we'll do. If he's on tomorrow, we'll talk about tomorrow. I'm Black Dragon. That's my 2 cents. Love to hear your 2 cents in the comment section below. Thanks for tuning in, and get skinny and get the book. Prepare yourself to take the helm as president of your mighty motorcycle club by delving into the pages of Black Dragon's newest book, The President's Bible, Chronicle 1, Principles of Motorcycle Club Leadership. There you will learn to advance your skills in applying the 14 scientific principles of leadership similar to those taught to officers in the United States Naval Service. Available in hardcover, paperback, and ebook. Get yours today on Amazon, Kindle, or order it at your local bookstore. Order your autographed copy from blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club president you can be. Get the book.
Get Black Dragon's first book, The Prospect's Bible, to learn how to join a motorcycle club. It has been an Amazon #1 bestseller for the past 7 years and is required reading for over 3,000 motorcycle clubs worldwide. This book is a must-have for new people venturing onto the motorcycle club set. It will teach you how to prepare yourself for service to the motorcycle club nation and show you how to qualify a motorcycle club to be worthy of your service. Available on Amazon, Kindle, and for order at your local bookstore. Get your autographed copy at blackdragonsgear.com. Be the best motorcycle club prospect you can be. Get the book.